Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Could Bend Blood, and yeah guys, it is an unscripted movie as well as my own idea. So make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins in Konoha no Sato as we go towards an alleyway in the middle of the night to see that some people were standing there with light up torches as well as knives and something similar to a projectile that they could find in their houses. And amongst them were shinobis as well, chunins as well as genins, and they had kunais and senbon needles amongst them. And they were currently cornering the residents of the said village, which was hated by almost everyone in the village. Naruto Uzumaki, 5-year-old resident of Konohagakure, orphan since birth, and known by the people as the Kyuubi's reincarnate. And currently, on October 10th, on the 5th anniversary of Kyuubi's defeat, these people have gathered here cornering him to finish what the Yondem started. Today boy got you cornered now, demon. And now you will die, said the leader of the group. As Naruto was now scared, he tried to speak some words out of his mouth to just shoo them away, but he couldn't. Instead, his heart was beating way too much faster. Because he was scared maybe? He thought to himself, but something inside him told him that it was not. As his hand on instinct lifted forward as he closed his eyes, as the man brought kunai down upon him to strike him, but the strike never came. As Naruto opened his eyes when people started to scream, only to look in horror as well, as the man in front of him was just standing there, as some red spears were coming out of his body, and they have stabbed him left and right, making him mangled, almost unidentical to what he looked like before. Naruto was just shaking, scared of what has transpired. What has happened here? As suddenly, at that moment, Anbus arrived as well as Hiruzen Saradobi. Okage-sama, we have captured every one of the civilian, and turns out the Chunins and Genins were amongst them as well. This was well-planned event. Those council members, they will pay for this. But as of now, something most important needs to be taken care of. Take these people to Ibiki as well as Anko. Tell them to do the special treatment on them, to know who was the one who organized all of this. Hokage-sama, said one of the Anbu. What is it? Look at that. As Hiruzen was shocked at what he saw next, because he missed it in the first glance. A man just standing there, more like dead there, in his own blood that was turned into stone of some sort. What is this? It's blood, Hokage-sama, said one of the Marik shinobi amongst them. But it is in a solid state, which forms when a clot is forming in the blood. Then how come such big clots form out of his body? We do not know. Some sort of disease maybe. I need to look into this more. What about young Naruto? He is okay as he could be physically, but mentally, I'm not so sure. It's better if Inoichi-sama takes his case on that one. I will talk to him later on. Naruto, my boy, are you okay? GG? Naruto said, coming out of his trance-like state. GG, I don't know what happened to him. It's alright, Naruto. Neither do we. We are looking into it. We'll find and see what we can do. Are you alright? I'm not hurt. I'm just... As Naruto's vision began to go dark as he finally fell down, as Hiruzen caught him in an instant. Anbu! As a silver-haired Anbu with a Inu mask came down. Kakashi, you're here. Take him to the hospital and call Inumichi as much faster as you can. Hi. As after that, the said person then left. And somebody get this thing to the research lab so that it could be researched upon. Hi. I ain't gotta take a word with council on this one. As after that, we see that Hiruzen Saradobi, after cleaning up the mess, has finally arrived in the council room, as the council was still there. Hiruzen, why did you leave in the middle of the council? Because of the transparency of your events, I was able to see through it. You were trying to organize and kill on Naruto. How many times do I have to say these words? He is an important figure, and you will hate yourself if you do what you are trying to do later on. Who is he? We know that much. He is the incarnate of the demon, who needs to be killed. I know we are sacrificing a kid here, but isn't it for better? The kid will be a hero as you and them wanted. I mean, we can see it clearly what he wanted from us. He wanted the kid to be immortalized, this Naruto kid, so that we can kill him later on when he grows up. Yondam has weakened him, and the kid is the sacrifice, an unfortunate being who is born with this burden, said one of the council members. You are, sir, out of your mind. I do not believe that. How are you still in this council? Now, Hiruzen, said Homura. Everybody has his own opinion. This opinion? I'd rather have him not here, or anywhere near close to a seat that is so much close to a power over one shinobi, even if that is again in a janitor. I must say that, Hokage-sama, I am offended by this, and should I care? Sit down, Mr. Civilian-san. As for you, Homura, shut up as well. As for the matter of fact, why I'm here, because Azenan appeared on his signal and gave him the image, as he dropped it in front of them. You see this, as whenever they saw this, their eyes widened and they were shocked. What is this, Hiruzen? Is this some sort of disease or something? That is what we are trying to decipher. But what we can get for as of now is that this is blood that is turning to solid like clot. But this much blood, it has been never done, Hiruzen, or seen or heard before, said Danzo. I know, Danzo, and that is why our shinobis and medics are investigating on this. We need her help. She needs to be back here. Oh, is she now? Something reminds me. Oh yes, it was you three who thought in their right mind of state when I was knocked out cold that she should be aware that her grandchild is dead. And now that she will be back, she will realize that her grandkid is very much alive. And what do you think will happen? A war will break out and she will be on the warpath to destroy you all. And I am all for it. Some sacrifices are needed to be made. But we can tell her that Naruto is an incarnate of demon, like we all believe him to be, said Homura. As Hiruzen said, he is not. The seal is powered, regardless of who powered the seal. It is what it is. He is dangerous. And Tsunade will realize this when she is back, said Danzo. And that is why I'm not bringing her back. So you're willingly ignoring this. This could be a threat to us. Maybe the whole elemental nation. Maybe we can gain some allies through this, said Homura, trying to sneak into Hiruzen's skin, as Hiruzen now had no other choice because the clan heads were also contemplating this, because they did not want any one of their clansmen to be infected by this disease that has happened. Fine, I will contact her. Just so you know, leave as little much as hope in your heart that she can return here, because she isn't. As after that, Hiruzen dismissed the council. He wanted to one-up them, but in the end, they were still quite clever. Damn it. He looked at the picture of the Kages until his eyes followed, all the way from the first Hokage to the fourth one. I'm sorry, Minato. I'm trying my best. But it seems that neither your wife nor your mother wants anything to do with him. But I'm gonna try anyway. As, with a heavy heart, he sent a letter to Jiraiya, who he knew would be with Kushina. As the letter arrived, we are told to him, as we go towards Land of Fire's capital house of Namikaze. What is it, Kamakichi? A letter arrived from Enma-sama, and he wanted this to be delivered to you. It's from your sensei. I see. As he began to read the letter's contents. Dear Jiraiya, it is something of urgence that is in need of Tsunade's assistance back in the village. We think that a new sort of disease has sprouted out. It started in Konoha. The first victim has been claimed. We are still unsure, but this is an image attached. You should see it for yourself. As Jiraiya's eyes fell on the image, my god, what is that? Is that blood? And as for a matter of fact, if you're imagining something of that sort, yes, it is blood. It is turning to a solidified state when there is clotting happening, but such amount of clot and blood at the same time is not possible. So we need to think and understand this on a deeper level, and that is why Tsunade's assistance is needed, because we know our medics can do only such much. And for the love of God, please please tell Kushina to see her son for once, for who he is. As after that, we see that Jiraiya closed the letter as he saw turning towards back as his eyes widened, as his gaze fell on Kushina, who was standing there reading the letter and its contents. So he wants me to check up on him. Yes, why should I? He has every right to suffer. Kushina, he doesn't. The only reason I came here with you was to make you agree to come back. And Tsunade, even now knowing the truth, still believes in you. That Naruto is the cause of Minato's death, but you know that it isn't truth. It was the masked person and the unfortunate circumstances that happened and transpired. Even if it was, I do not want anything to do with him. Much less check up on him. He reminds me too much of him. And you call yourself a mother and an Uzumaki, Kushina. I'm disappointed, and I believe that Minato would be as such. I don't care. So be it then. I guess it's plan B then. What do you mean? She said with raised eyebrow. Well, in case that this happened, as Minato would have thought, as her eyes widened, Namikaze properties as well as Jutsus and Namikaze clan here had goes to Naruto. So I'll be delivering this to him. No, you can't. Those are Mito's rights. No, they are not. As his father said, they are his. And I'm here just to make sure that at least the kid has his family, if nothing else. And which you don't want, and I'm not gonna force you any longer. What you made is a mistake, Kushina. I hope you realize. As Jiraiya began to walk away from them, only to stop and see that Mito and Tsunade were standing there. It seems I don't need to tell you what has been happening back in Konoha. And you can give me your answer now. Fine, I'll go. Good, let's go, Tsunade. You can't leave us like this, said Kushina. Mother? Mito, what are you doing here? I was just arriving back with Bachan. I think it's better for us to check on Nissan. That thing is not your Nissan. He's the reason your father died. He is not, said Tsunade. We have punished him for long enough for the mistake that he hasn't made, Kushina. And if you can't move past that, then I'm sorry to say that, but you are in the wrong and delusional fool. As much as it hurts me to say this. We have abandoned the kid. That is what we did. No matter how much you try to justify that in your eyes, you can't. And once the guilt catches up to you, it will be late if you don't understand what is going on here, Kushina. He will hate you for a bit right now, but he will change his mind later on. But if you make this mistake of just waiting and let things as they are, you will regret this. I don't care. For all I care is that you are all traitors. You hear me? I disown him. I don't want anything to do with him, she said, as Mito then said, oh yeah? Then disown me too, Kachan, said a 5-year-old Mito as she stood in front of her mother. What do you mean? Mito, no, please. I side with them. If I was there, then you would have done the same to me and taken Nissan. And you would have been here saying these words to you. I know it in my heart. So that is why I'm gonna side with my family. Not with you. You are nothing more than a delusional woman. You're not the woman that you taught me that you were. And I thought that you were. As after that, Mito then left. I'll be packing my stuff. No, you're not going anywhere. Mito! Mito, listen to me! As Kushina was just crying there. As Mito came downstairs. For what's it worth? He told me to stand by family. And that is what I'm doing. Standing by my family. Even if you abandon him and us. As after that, the three of them left, as Kushina was left on her own, because she still couldn't get past what Naruto did in her mind. It was Naruto who caused all this misfortune to happen. He was the one who was kidnapped. He was the one who caused Minato to die. He was the one who caused all of this misfortune on them. And he was the one who caused her family. I will get my revenge on you, Naruto. No matter what, you better watch out, she said as she got up and began to leave. As now we go towards Konoha, it has been 1 month as the trio of Sanin as well as the girl has arrived there. As they ventured towards the hospital room where Naruto was kept, it was a ward which was completely covered with seals, where Naruto has been kept because his mentality was not stable. He was traumatized by the events and by the sight. He was having nightmares, and all the furniture inside was, well, plastic so that he couldn't hurt himself. As currently we see that on the other side of this was standing the girl as well as the two Sanins who were seeing this and were nothing more than redundant guilt. I told her that this was a mistake. So Inoichi, his mind is, well, he's trying to get over it, but he can't. No matter how much he sleeps, every time he closes his eye, he sees that man, he says, and I have witnessed his nightmares as well. They're quite frequent, and he thinks that he's the cause of this because of a certain voice in his head. But we all know that is not possible, and I never heard a voice. And from the looks of it, it is deteriorating his health, both mentally and physically. What can we do? Hope and pray. That is all you can do. As now we go towards Naruto, as he was twitching in his bed, trying to relax for a bit. Everything will be okay. Just give in to your instincts. You know what you are. You're nothing more than a monster in their eyes. So what better than to become one? No, I'm not a monster. I'm not a monster, Naruto said as he got up, as he was panting heavily, as his eyes then turned towards a girl similar to him, standing there. Who are you? She said, I'm Mito. I'm your sister. What? What do you mean? I'm an orphan. I don't have anybody. No, Nissan. I am your sister. As she hugged her brother, as Naruto just silently just sat there, as tears went down his eyes as he saw that the girl was affectionate. Nothing that anybody has shown her, not even his Gigi, to this degree, as Naruto hugged her and cried as well as she was. As both the elders as well as the Sanis just stood there. Now that their union has been done, what do you think we should do? Should we separate them or not? What the hell are you talking about, Homura and Koharu? Well, regardless of what it is, he is quite dangerous in mind and is not in the sound of mind. He can hurt anyone, even himself. It is not right for me to go there. She is, after all, the true legacy of the Yondaime and Kushina. He is as well. You all are aware of that fact now. Many of us don't believe that. Many of us see him as a sacrifice made by the Yondaime, and he will be killed when the time comes. Okay, here's a bet. Call the council. As we see that Koharu and Homura has called a council meeting, as Jiraiya and Tsunade were standing there, as after some debate they came to a conclusion in this council meeting that Naruto is given 5 years worth of time to prove himself that he is a human, and if he can prove that to everyone, then even half of them, then he will be allowed to live and spared, meaning they won't kill him or hurt him and will change their point of view. And from then on, Jiraiya and Tsunade took him under their wing and trained him alongside Mito. During those years of training of 5 years, Naruto still heard these voices and all of this. You see, 5 years later, many of the people believe that Naruto has changed, and Naruto was happy about that. But some people were influenced by the fact that he was human. But still this voice was nagging to him, always saying that he was something more. And finally the day came, after he graduated the academy, and was placed in a team known as Team 7, under Kakashi Haruki, a Jonin. And his teammates were Sasuke Uchiha, who was the lone survivor of the Uchiha clan, because of a great catastrophe that occurred 1 month ago, as well as his sister alongside him. As we see the trio currently sitting there and waiting, as Sasuke then stood in front of him and said, Oi, Naruto. What is it, Sasuke? There's something that I would like to tell you. What is it that you want to tell me? Alone. Okay. As Naruto and Sasuke walked out alone, as Sasuke shoved Naruto into the washroom where the boys went. What is it, Sasuke? Why are you doing this? Shh, quiet. What? Can't you see that? What? Look into the shadows outside. As Naruto saw that something was moving in there. What is that? As Sasuke pushed him back. They're watching us. They always happen. Something big is going on. What are you talking about? This village. Something is going on here. And I want to find out what. What do you mean? My family being killed and my clan being wiped out. There's something behind it. And you were considered a demon incarnate a few years ago. And now they don't just consider you out of nowhere for 3 years? Something weird is going on. They're plotting something, Naruto. I'm telling you this. They're against us. I'm sorry, Sasuke, but I don't get it. You idiot. What I'm trying to say is that the elders, they control the village. They always have and have been and continue to do so. They want us both gone because they see us as a curse that is just devouring them and their village and their reputation. Look, I know that what you went through is traumatic, but that doesn't give you a right to just spew nonsense out of nowhere. They have changed. That is what you think. But I'm warning you, Naruto. Something is going to happen, and soon. And when that happens, you will regret not following my word. I am gonna leave this village. You know that what your words are saying, I can just take you down. And do what? Prove to everyone that you're a demon? They will think that you attacked the last Uchiha. These people practically kiss the ground I walk upon, or at least try to show me that. But I can see underneath. My Nissan has taught me this much. You mean Itachi? The one? He didn't kill this clan. He was forced to. He told me everything. What? Yes. I tried to tell this to the Hokage, but he's different now. What do you mean? I know that Gigi has been busy and way off, but he's not that off. You have to notice something about him, Naruto. He's different now. Like he's being possessed or controlled. Same with Jiraiya and Tsunade. You have to try to break their genjutsu, like they're in some sort of trance. Everyone is. And I think it's the elders. Okay, I guess. I have to look into that. As Naruto then began to leave, thinking that it was just a nonsense because of Sasuke being not in sound of mind, until he heard a voice. He's right, kid. What? You again? What do you want, Fox? Naruto said, because he could identify the fox as well as the voice when he wanted to. He's right. They have been in genjutsu for a long time. All of them. And they're spying on you. More like the elders are. You have to start with Tsunade and with Jiraiya. If you need my help, I'll be there, kid. But I need you to know that someone strong, someone Uzumaki level is behind this all. Siding with them. And I believe it will hurt you to know who it is. Quick, you have to find Mito. She's alone now. She might be. As Naruto arrived there only to see a red-haired woman grabbing his sister as she was in a trance-like state. What have you done to her? What do you think, Naruto? I am taking my family back, which you stole from me. What? What do you... As Naruto was then instantly knocked out. You will see when you wake up. As after that, we see that Naruto was tied into a post as he was in the center of the village. As in front of him, when his vision became clear, was standing a red-haired woman, and his sister and Jiraiya and everyone. Alongside them was Hiruzen Saradomi, and the elders. I have successfully avenged my family, and now you will die, demon. And you alongside him, Naruto. My worst mistake ever. Wait, she said family, does that... Yes, Naruto. This is what I was trying to say. I think it was your mother, and now the suspicion is true. She is your mother, and she hates you. As Naruto's eyes went wide, as he looked down, as Kushina began to laugh maniacally. See this? See this? This is what I'm talking about. Feel the pain. Feel the pain of being abandoned, because you are nothing more than a curse, a mistake that shouldn't have been born. And yet you were. As Naruto then said, looking up at her with tear-filled eyes. Why? Why do you hate me so much? Why, you ask? You took away everything away from me. Everything. And soon after years, I thought I finally got rid of you. By leaving you alone, showing you this mercy, you took away my family. My only daughter. For what? For this? For me to turn into this psychotic mother who has to control her? So be it. I will show her the right path, even if it is not her will. You're just manipulating her. Naruto said. So what? She said, slapping him on the face as Naruto looked down. Please, don't do this. Do what? Kill you? I'm gonna do worse than that. As she began torturing Naruto, verbally, as well as everyone who was under control was saying this to Naruto. As Naruto, even though he has been traumatized enough, was now taking much more trauma as his eyes were down and tears were welling up in his eyes. Even though he knew or was trying to at least tell himself that they were being controlled and manipulated, it still hurted, hearing these words from them. And now, for finally, your own father will tell you this much, that how he hates you. As Naruto witnessed, a coffin rose from the ground. As he walked out, it was Minato. As a seal was placed on him. Naruto? Kushina. Hello, honey. Naruto, why are you? As Minato tried to get close to his son, only for him to just remain there. Dad! Help me! I can't move. Why would you move? He's the cause of your death. What do you mean, Kushina? He's not. I sacrificed myself with the Hakai Fuin. No! You did not use the Hakai Fuin. I checked. Check again. I did, Kushina. I promise you I did. Naruto is not the cause of this. He's our son. Wait, what have you done to him? Did you? Yes, I got rid of him because I did not want it the cause of your death with my family. Oh my god, how many years has it been? 13 years. Why do you ask, my love? Aren't you happy to see your family? You pathetic woman. What have you done? You psycho bitch. You tore apart my family. You're not the Kushina I fell in love with. You're not my wife. Who even are you? I am your wife, and now you will do the utmost thing that you were out to do, Minato. Kill the demon and sacrifice his soul to Shinigami so that you can live with us. No, please, anything but that. No. I commanded as Minato began to walk towards him forcefully, as Naruto stopped fighting finally. What's the point? Everyone was against him. Everything was. Until the voice inside of him said, embrace who you are. You can still do it. They wanted you to be seen as a demon, so be it. Why not just embrace it? As Naruto's heartbeat began to go louder and louder until it was the only thing he could hear, until a spiral sound was heard. Rasengan, said Minato as it was brought down, only to be stopped as Naruto crushed his hand. As Naruto then moved forward, his eyes were completely red. You want a demon, right? Let there be a demon. Let there be known that there is no more Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. There's only Naruto the demon. As Naruto with an instant rose his both hands, as huge amount of blood was left out from the body of all those passerby standing there and enjoying the scene, as their dried up bodies were down on the ground, as Kushina was shocked by this, as they turned into spears, as Naruto then directed it towards Kushina. You are the cause of my suffering, and I will now pay it back twice, as Naruto impaled both of her hands and legs, as Naruto ripped apart the seal from Minato. Naruto, please shut up, Minato. Go back to heaven or hell where you belong. I don't care. They want a demon. I tried to be nice, but it won't work out. I promise you this much, your daughter and those who were nice to me, they will be left alive. But those who weren't, Naruto looked at those people who were regaining their consciousness, will not be. As Naruto then grabbed all the blood from the air, as spears were still made, rotating into the air, as Donzan said, so you were the one. You blooded. Before he could finish, he was impaled, as everyone else was shocked. What's the matter? As they were all feeling sinister amount of energy, much more demonic than the Nine Tails. Didn't you want to see a demon? Your wish has become true. As Naruto began to take heavy steps towards them, as Kushina was in deep agony, was just there, watching all of this, all of her friends, everyone being murdered in front of her, until he came towards Mito. No, don't you dare touch her. Silence, as her blood stopped flowing for a moment, as she started to suffocate, until Naruto let her go. You are not supposed to die yet. You haven't suffered enough. I am gonna cause a lot of suffering to you. And as for you all, explode. As those who were there, their head exploded with so much blood being filled in them, as they were bleeding everywhere. It was raining blood. Naruto freed Mito and cleared her face. You'll be safe with me, sister. Everything will be fine. Jiraiya, Tsunade, we're leaving. Naruto, are you? We're leaving, Naruto said as his red eye, complete red eye, looked at them, as this caused them to go into shock. As they began to leave as well, following his words. Are you going to leave with the demon? Can't you see what he has done? He has murdered. Silence, Kushina. This is all your fault. It was a mistake to believe in you. You can never change. You never tried. You never even cared about anything. You are a psychotic bitch. I can't believe I even considered you my daughter. Now he's on a warpath, and God knows about what. Said Tsunade. As Jiraiya stopped, I believe that I know. And I think that we should side with him, Tsunade. Because Kushina, congratulations. You, ma'am, have just single-handedly ended the whole elemental nations now. What do you mean? The prophecy, you idiot. Think about it. A child born from you two, destined to suffer, will destroy everything in its warpath. Naruto is out there now, and you are his main goal, and you're suffering. So congratulations. Know that wherever you go, misfortune will follow, and Naruto's shadow will be haunting you. The very own demon created from the child that you created, and turned that child into a demon. As after that, Jiraiya too left, with a sneer on his face. As the soul that was departing of Minato looked down on her. I hope you're happy, Kushina. I still regret the day I married you now. As this stabbed Kushina even farther than ever. As her hair color began to change, as a seal appeared on her wrist, as it began to hiss into her own skin. A seal that was placed when every Uzumaki child was baptized. The seal of a kin deserter. It will only become evident when they have deserted their own kin. No. Please, not this. I'm not a kin deserter. I have been trying to get my kin back. Why have the Uzumaki gods abandoned me after everyone did? As if Kushina's whole world was turning inside out, until Naruto returned in front of her, Naruto's image. You haven't suffered enough. As her heart began to pump again, overcoming the shock as she was alive. It seems that Naruto, who has stabbed her with the blood, has left some sort of spell into that blood, causing her to revive back whenever she tried to kill herself, because she has been trying to do so for the most coming months in the future. By throwing herself over the edge, over the water, drowning herself, as well as forcefully not feeding herself, and in the end she will regrow, regenerate, but it will hurt like hell. No matter how much she tortured herself, she will not die. In the end, she believed that she was just a plaything for Naruto, but she believed that she should be immune to at least to torture, so that Naruto would not have the satisfaction of keeping her alive and will kill her. But after 8 months passed, she witnessed that not only Konoha, but every other village was now under his control now, as if they were just listening to him. The minor ones and the bigger villages were now under trouble. She thought that she was the one who caused all of this, and now she had to correct this all by herself. So she set out. She set it out towards Suna first, who after seeing her denied her at first sight. Get out of here, you wench. Because of you this is happening. What? What do you mean? I'm trying to warn you about the demon that is coming. The demon? You're the one who created that demon. We all know. Everyone knows of the story of the demon. We heard from the minor villages that are under his regime, and they have been taken over forcefully after their council members were killed. Those who tried to revolt they are left in a state that nobody could imagine, even for their enemies. It's all because of you, you wench. What do you want from us? We do not want to hear or have any of your offers, whatever you offer here. I'm not here for anything. I'm just trying to make things right. It's already too late for that, said a voice as Jiraiya arrived there. His eyes too were red as he smirked. as he was wearing black clothes, as he was standing in front of her. Jiraiya? Like the new look? Tsunade does, at least. What happened to you? What happened to me is that we are now bloodbenders. Bloodbenders? Yes, we figured out what Naruto could do. He can control blood flowing through anything, water as well. Turn it into stone, solid state, liquid state, or evaporate it as well. What? Yes, it was a Kekagenkai that he was born with, to manipulate blood. And he has taught this method to us. Turns out we can do this as well. As now, everyone was quite surprised by this. Kushina thought that if Jiraiya taught her this method, maybe she could fight off Naruto and stop her lost son. The very monster that she created could be defeated, and she could regain her family, her complete family back. As Jiraiya then said, "Can you? No, I'm not gonna teach you anything. I'm here to warn you off, Suna. Do not let her venture inside. She has started a revolution. She should be at least thanked by Naruto. Isn't that right, Mito?" As Mito arrived there next. "Hello, mother." "Mito-chan, what happened to you?" "It's me, your mother. I realize who you are, woman. You were once a woman that I adored and loved and wanted to be like. But once I know your true reality," as she spit it there, I don't even want to spit on you. "That is how much you have degraded yourself, Kushina. You have caused all of this, and you're gonna live with this. Nissan has already cursed you with immortality. No matter how much you die, you can't die on your own will. Only he can kill you. Please, don't do this to me. Don't say these words." And why shouldn't she? She had set a figure as it arrived there. The figure had blonde hair and red eyes. It was Minato. Minato? Yes, my son even revived me. Albeit forcefully though, but he did. Turns out it is because of Namikaze and their specialty in water style that they are able to do this. Guess what? I guess both of them are my kids. Meaning they were yours as well at one point. No, I'm not hers though, Chan. If I was, she wouldn't have left me here. No, did she? Please, I beg of you. No matter how much you beg, woman, I'm not gonna listen. You did? When I asked? When I begged? I was at your mercy. All I ever wanted was a family. I cried when I saw kids trying to track their parents to buy gifts or something regarding just a little bit. I prayed to God out there in the middle of the night, drowning in my tears, that please let there be someone out there for me. Even if they hated me, I might be able to change their mind, but you showed me the hardcore reality of the world in which we live in. No matter how much you try to imagine, the reality could be quite disappointing. As you, and now that you even realize, only because you have gotten that seal on your wrist, as Krishna's eyes widen, that what you have done is wrong. I don't even consider you that you should be spared. So, your curse from now on is that you will die in the evening and be revived in the morning in the most gruesome and painful way ever. No, please, don't say that. Take her away. As Jiraiya with the bloodbending stopped her, as from her own blood, chains were made and created, stopping her from doing anything. As Minato dragged her all the way back, she was crying. "I'm sorry, Kushina, but you're not the Kushina I fell in love with and married. We all don't consider you our family. Not anymore." As after that we go towards Naruto in his throne room in which he was seated. Next to him was Sasuke Uchiha, who has warned him about all of this and have told him, "What are you going to do now, Naruto?" "We're gonna deal with the Akatsuki. What else?" "My Nissan is amongst them." "I thought that you wanted revenge. It was all a plan, Naruto," said Itachi as he came there. Itachi Uchiha. "Heard about you a lot when I was a kid. Might have been even saved by you once or twice. And for that I respect you and thank you. But you have come here unannounced on my territory, and you are in a faction that is against me, and has a mission to steal something that is important to me. My friend Kurama, the nine-tailed fox." "Well, you see, Naruto, I'm only here because I'm tired of acting. I already know what has been happening out there. And let's just say I want to side with my brother. But I'm quite surprised. Why would you kill your own family? They saw Sasuke as a burden. What? Sasuke said, Kachan and Tojan. They saw you as a burden. You were not as prodigy as me. You were always behind. I told them again and again that it was not what they thought, but the pressure that was coming from the council, they began to think that you were the cause of this. And the cherry on top was that the hatred that they were getting from the village, indicating that they wanted to revolt Sasuke. I had no choice. No choice in the matter. It was either you or all of you gone. I chose you to survive because you are my only family who remained the same and didn't have a hidden motive behind. You even trusted my words, even though I never meant to say those words, but I couldn't keep it from you. And for that I thank you, Nissan. So what now, Itachi? What is the plan here? Zetsu wants to revive his mother. What? He wants to revive Kaguya? Said a figure that arrived from the shadows with red eyes with slits in them, with 9 tails, with orange hair. Kyuubi? Is that? Yes. Naruto made a clone in which I transferred myself into. So I have my own body. I see. Why would he want to revive Kaguya? Regardless of your question previously, I want to ask that. Wait. If Kaguya is to be revived, the 9 tails gathering all this. It all makes sense now, Naruto. What does, Kurama? 10 tails. 10 tails Shinju can bring forth a tree of life that can absorb every living organism and can turn it into chakra fruit. If that is consumed by Kaguya, she will become an immortal goddess once again, and she will leave. What will happen to us? Nothing. We are just her source of energy and food. That is what we are. Nothing else. I'm afraid we'll be dead. I see. That is something that we don't want, right? Yes. So how are we gonna do this, Itachi? I have a plan. As after that we see that some time passed and Itachi was returning back to Omegakure. Where have you been, Itachi? It seems you have been outside, meeting some people, said Zetsu, being way too overconfident. So what if I am? Said Itachi as he turned his neck into a sideway and smirked at him. Who are you? Said Obito as he dropped his mask. You're not Itachi. You figured it out. As Naruto with an instant lifted his hand up as from Iran Kakazu as well as Sasori and Deidara. Their blood from their eyes, nose, as well as mouth and ears came out and turned into a huge spear. Then Naruto turned into a drilling spear and threw towards Zetsu, as Zetsu was impaled and killed in an instant. As Naruto then turned all that blood into little spears and threw towards Konan, who was stabbed as her blood began to be absorbed. As Nagato's real self was located, as from a puddle underneath, a spear appeared and pierced through his body as well, killing him in an instant. Pathetic. And you call yourself the best mercenary group in the whole Elemental Nation. I don't get why those old baboons are so scared of you. I'm gonna take care of them after this. Naruto, are you sure that you're gonna do that? Obviously, Itachi, they need to be taken care of. They all need to be. They are way too arrogant. They have killed many Uzumakis, and they have killed certainly many of the Uchihas. Some of them even tried to kill you, if I remember correctly, from what I heard from Sasuke. He told you? Yes. As then, Obito then began to rise up, as he was panting heavily. Itachi, you traitor! I'm not a traitor, Obito. Zetsu was. What? What do you mean? You know that I won't lie to you, right? I have never. Now Obito was in deep thoughts. I know that you didn't lie, but still, why? Think, Obito. Why would we need 9-tailed beasts? We could still trample upon them if we could kill their Jinchurikis in Biju. Why does he need all of them together to revive the 10 tails? So I can be the Jinchuriki, the Moon Knight plan, you idiot! What will happen after everyone goes into Genjutsu? You at a certain point will run out of chakra, right? Yeah, so? After then, what? What will happen to the Genjutsu? Either everyone will be freed, or everyone will be killed because it is not have ever been before. I never. You're right. I never thought about that. You too are a lost soul. Now have found its way back. Obito, is that Sensei? As his sensei punched him in the gut. Obito said, "Why? You still ask me why, you idiot? You literally killed me and made my son's life a living hell." I'm sorry, Sensei. I'm not mad. Naruto, please don't. I'm not even mad at him. For all I care about, I'm mad at that woman over there that is trapped in our dungeon. So now that everyone is taken care of, what should we do now? What do you mean, what should we do? Wasn't Akatsuki our main goal? Well, yes, you're right, it was, but the other elemental nations, Suna, Kiri, Eva, and Kumu, they're plotting something. As you heard from your own spy network, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I do remember. What are we gonna do about them, Sassanade? Well, said Jiraiya looking towards Naruto. We're gonna have a meeting now, and we're gonna discuss to see what they are thinking and try to decipher that. I don't understand, Naruto, said Sasuke. My friend, we're gonna infiltrate, personalize their personal guards, and hear what they are talking about. And only then we'll make our next move. I see. As now we see that Naruto and his gang was able to infiltrate into the council meeting happening at the Iron Country, where they were able to personate as the guards of different Kages who were there, and even Iron Country's guards. As currently we see that the Iron Leader was seated in the center, and the other four Kages were surrounded in a table. As the Iron Country's leader began, "Gentlemen, I believe we are here to discuss a threat that has been looming over our village's heads like a sword, and that is Naruto, the demon, or so he is called. I believe we know little to no much about him, but he has been able to get a huge amount of influence in the short upcoming of his, so-called debut in the shinobi world. He's just another brat from Konoha. So what if he destroyed it? That pathetic ass village has it coming for a long time." As Ethan said, regardless of your opinions on Iki, he still is dangerous, and his ability to give curses to others, that is quite terrifying. The curse that he gave to that poor woman Kushina. I believe that he is the most cruelest bastard even out there. Regardless, what do you think, gentlemen, should be done about him? Said Rasa, as the Kazekage then said, "Because my people are quite afraid of him, to be honest. And he has abilities similar to us, but with blood. Turning into solid and into liquid is quite terrifying, or even extracting it from a living, walking organism, in which humans are included as well. That is something that is much more terrifying if you think about it. And he is doing this so much and many times outside. We have witnessed many of the dead bodies that are done by him in the psychotic way of his artwork, as people like to call it." What? Yes, there is a cult that loves his art and even worships him. Oh my god, those people need some help. That is what I've been trying to say. But regardless of this topic, what should we do about him? "I believe I can help you with that," said a voice. It was Danzo Shimura, as he has walked there, as those who have infiltrated there as the forms of guard were shocked. What? How is this? As Naruto, who was hiding in the shadows, were shocked. As Itachi and Sasuke then clenched their fists and clenched their jaws. Damn, that bastard. What do you mean? Look at those eyes, Naruto. They're not normal ones. Wait, those are Sharingans. They're Uchiha clan's eyes. He used Izanami. What? Izanami is a jutsu to be used by one person. After being killed, it can revive if a user is quite of sound mind and can use it in the last moments of his life. Meaning, Danzo intended to do that after he killed everyone and was able to hide. I see, so the sneaky bastard was able to escape. Yes. Damn it, I should have known. As they all look towards Danzo. Danzo Shimura, I thought you have died. Well, so did he. But luckily I was able to survive and some of my goons did as well. And we have been able to find out the true weakness to his power. What might that be? Tell us, please. That is his heart. What? Yes, I have studied him closely. His heart is the weakest of state. If you are able to direct a Senbon or even a kunai there with precision and with sufficient speed, it will be able to kill him. We all know heart is the weakest spot. His ability is connected to his heart. If his heart is exploded or bursted or punctured, he cannot use that ability. He can regenerate because of the QB, but we have been given enough window to cleave his head off, killing him instantly. This is the only option that we got. A chance of survival of the fittest. Either he becomes our prey or we become his. It is your choice. And I know which path I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna hunt the predator this time. And he's gonna be my prey. Oh, you better pray, Danzo, that I don't get my hands on you too soon. Because you're gonna pay for what you are trying to say. And I'm gonna test out your theory as well. What do you mean, Naruto? Said Sasuke. Well, I need both of your help. As Naruto was now seen standing back at his hideout in the land of waves, as he was standing far away near a tree stump. Okay, I still don't believe that I'm doing this to my friend. You're helping me out, Sasuke. You're not trying to kill me. At least that is what I believe. Naruto said with rolled eyes. Boy, I am your friend. And believe me when I say this, I'm not. You are the one who is forcing me. You better believe so. I am. Better not enjoy this, my Sasuke. Oh, you better wish I will, Naruto. As Senbons were thrown, as Naruto didn't even try to dodge them, and only tried to focus his blood bending to stop it. But to his surprise, nothing happened as he was impaled. Damn it! That hurts. Wait, Naruto. Are you alright? Stop. As Naruto plunged out the kunai, as he had an idea. Naruto, you're seriously wounded, said Itachi. Stop. This was a mistake. I said shut up, please. As Naruto's own blood started to form and armor. Oh my god. You're bending your own blood. I know. As Naruto made an armor made out of his own blood. As dropped the cloth as well. As his heart started to pump out more blood. Danzo's theory was correct. You hurted my upper artery of the heart. And it caused me a huge amount of pain. But I was able to do this. Seems like I have an ace up my sleeve, Danzo. That you'll be surprised to see when the time comes. So what now? What now is that before he could finish, Minato arrived, and did Tsunade and Jiraiya. Bad news. 4 sides and many of the shinobis of different villages combined together are marching towards us. This is not looking good, Naruto. Evacuate with the people. I alone will be enough. Naruto? Said Minato. And me too. Nissan. I will be fine. Itachi, Sasuke. You better make sure that they listen and follow you out of there. And don't follow me back. As Itachi used his genjutsu. Naruto, please. Until they all fell into trance, Itachi said, I believe that Sasuke should go with you. No. He shouldn't. This is my fight and my fight alone. I am the one who dragged you all into this mess. And I'm making my stand here. Because I am still evident on my word. I'm gonna go down with them. What? But why? I was never very liked by many. Even my own mother despised me. What about her? Free her. Today I free her from my curse. Once I die, my heart stops, she will be freed. Only after then you're allowed to tell her that I freed her. What do you want to achieve, Naruto? As Naruto smirked, I'm about to play the most cruelest prank ever on her. After that we see that we go towards Kushina's cell as her door opens. Get up, we're leaving. What? What do you mean? We're being evacuated. A war is about to break out, said Sasuke. I don't have time to explain to you, prisoner. We're leaving. As Kushina was then dragged alongside many people. As she saw that, everyone was in trance. What is happening? As she then noticed, where is Naruto? He's not here. And why do you even care about him? Basan, said Itachi. Itachi-kunai, please don't. Let us leave now. As after that everyone left, and Naruto was still sitting on his throne when every shinobi was running towards him. In his hallways, in his closed eyes, he could hear them coming there. As they have surrounded him everywhere, as did the Kages appeared alongside Danzo. Naruto Uzumaki, Namikaze, we have surrounded you. Now, you have only one option, and that is to surrender and die peacefully. Peace was never an option, was it, with you people? As Naruto lifted his fingers. If I'm gonna go out, I'll take you all down with me. So let's continue this battle down the hell, old friends. As Naruto extracted half of the army's blood and attacked it with the other half, and extracted theirs to attack the remaining half. In an instant, the whole army was wiped out, but something happened in an instant. He too was hurted a lot. He was defenseless, and huge amount of Zenmons have engulfed into his body. You think I came unprepared, boy? I know about your weakness now, and I can defeat you, Uzumaki scum. Scum, huh? As Naruto pushed out the Zenmons from his body. What? You think that I was alone here? Meet the very own demon that you wanted to meet, Danzo. He's all yours, Kurama. As Naruto appeared with 9 tails in orange hair, as he turned into a huge 9-tailed fox, and it attacked Danzo. As Danzo tried to control the Kyuubi with a smirk, but to his surprise, nothing happened. Surprise, surprise! You cannot control me anymore. Let's just say it's a gift from a friend. As Danzo was chewed again and again and again, and Bijudama'd again and again, until all of his Izunamis were used, and his last life was there. As Naruto began to walk towards him, while panting heavily. What do you think, Danzo? What do you think? You still lost. Everyone you cared about, everything you wanted, I took it away from you, like you did to me. You knew? Obviously I knew. That is why I played your little game and beat you in it. You killed a lot of people, and for that I cannot allow you to live. For after that, I kill you. I will be liberating those who have survived, and they will consider me their leader. Or will they now? As Naruto then grabbed his face, explode. As Danzo's head exploded, killing his last life as Danzo's eyes widened. Pathetic asshole. As Kyuubi then turned towards Naruto, who was laying there, in his own blood now. Naruto, do you know, Kurama? I have caused enough pain, caused enough suffering. Those who have survived are innocent. Those who are power hungry are gone. Your siblings are safe, and so are their Jinchurikis. Just go, my friend, and live your freedom as I promised you when we first met. As Kurama looked at him with sad eyes before closing it, and then said, so be it, Naruto. I respect your decision, you know that? At least, I know that I went out with a bang, and there's something good in this horrible life of mine. No, Naruto, it may have been horrible for you, but you changed our lives, had a huge influence over it, even mine. And I respect you for that, said Kurama. He couldn't imagine himself saying that in many of his years of his life after being betrayed first, but here he was, saying these words to a kid who was about to die. Or more like was close to his death's doorstep, that he could save, but if the kid wanted him to. I don't need to be saved. I'm fine as I am. No more child of prophecy. No more nothing. No more bloodshed. I passed on these talents to those who will use it for good only. I have no control over them anymore. Goodbye, old friend. As Naruto closed his eyes, let me rest, finally. As Naruto now had a smile on his face, as he laid there in his destroyed throne room that he had created, with piles of dead bodies covering them. As Kyuubi moved out, as with a huge Bijudama, he burned down everything, burying his friend there. I hope this is a proper burial for you, my friend. Nobody will be able to find your location or your body. As after moving far away, we go towards Itachi and Sasuke, who look down in closed eyes, as Kushina felt something inside of her. And she saw that everyone was now awake from the trance as well. Naruto, no! Wait, Itachi, what happened to him? What do you expect, Minato-sama? He did what he had to do. He defeated all of them. Went out with a bang, as he said he would. Asked me to begin to cry, as Sasuke just sighed and sat down. That idiot! Who told him to do that? Why did he do that? As they all saw the Nine-Tails arrive there. Kurama-san. He didn't want it to be saved. He was happy in his final moments. And you know what, Kushina? I guess he was more human than you. Even after all these sufferings, after all that, he completed his revenge on you. Showed you the misery that he once gone through, and in the end he too was able to forgive you. Meaning he had a heart which you lacked. That mark that you had on your wrist is well deserved. And I'll be off now. Nobody is going to go and look for him. He is properly buried where he wanted to be. As after that, everyone mourned for him who was close to him. Even Kushina did. Because she finally realized that she was the one, and those people were the ones who were the monsters, not the person she claimed to be. Naruto was a monster that was created because she wanted him to be seen as one. And in the end he proved that he still was a kid who was hoping for something better in life, but never got. And in the end he was able to influence those who were around him and save those lives, knowing fully well that he couldn't save his, keeping up a mask of happiness while covering up his own sorrow. And she was the cause of this. She had to live with this for her whole eternity. She didn't even have the will to, die now. As everyone left her there, as she still remained there, crying until she too got up and left. And as for Naruto, he was buried deep underground into his own kingdom, alongside his enemies who were killed alongside him with a smile etched on his face. As this was the end of the Naruto, the Bloodbender. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.